Today we're talking about Genshin Impact version 6.3, and there's honestly a lot to unpack. From a brand new 5-star skin for Neuvillette, to 2 mysterious new characters, to the growing talk of a potential Mavuika rerun, this patch is shaping up to be one of the most stacked versions we've seen in a long time. This video will walk you through everything we know so far, what's been leaked, what's likely, and what's just speculation. So grab your tea or whatever you're sipping on, and let's get into it. Save up to 25% on the current banners at lootbar.gg. All you need is your UID and server. The link is in the description. First off, let's talk about the big cosmetic reveal. Neuvillette is getting a 5-star skin, and according to multiple reliable sources like HXG, Diluc, DK2, and Sukuna, the skin is already basically completed internally. That means it's well past the concept stage and likely just waiting for an official reveal, possibly during the version 6.3 livestream or a teaser campaign right before release. Now, if you're new to the game or haven't followed Genshin's skin system too closely, here's the deal. Most skins in the game are 4-star skins, which are either free through events or come at a lower Genesis crystal price. But 5-star skins are a whole different story. The only 2 we've seen so far are Diluc's Red Dead of Night, which launched in 2.8, and Yelan's upcoming skin, which is confirmed to be in the 5.8 beta, though visuals haven't leaked yet. And now Neuvillette will be the 3rd, which puts him in pretty exclusive company. Of course, nothing suggests yet that Neuvillette will rerun alongside the skin. There are no confirmed leaks about a banner rerun for him in 6.3. That part is still just speculation. But considering that Diluc's skin didn't come with a banner, and Yelan's rerun isn't tied to hers either, it's entirely possible Neuvillette's skin drops solo as a shop item. That said, if Hoyoverse does pair it with a rerun, that would be brutal for people saving Primogems. He's already one of the most powerful Hydro DPS units in the game, with huge scaling on max HP, strong interruption resistance, and high Hydro application, and a premium skin would only make him more tempting to pull for again. Now, let's move on to what is arguably even bigger, the new 5-star characters debuting in version 6.3, starting with Columbina, the 3rd seat of the Fatui Harbingers, also known in lore as Damselet, or more recently, the Goddess of Frostmoon. She's expected to be a Hydro unit, but what makes her especially interesting is how she reportedly plays a support role focused on unique Hydro reactions, possibly designed to synergize with Nodcry characters. That part caught my attention. If Hoyoverse is really introducing new regional reaction mechanics, like they did with Bloom for Nilou, then Columbina could mark the beginning of a whole new team-building structure. Her positioning as a Harbinger also means she'll likely be wrapped deeply in the story. So if you're into lore-heavy characters with powerful synergy potential, she might be worth waiting for. The second new character is someone we've only recently started hearing about, the Whitehorse Fairy, who's tied to Istaroth, the god of time. She's an Animo unit, expected to arrive in the second half of version 6.3, and early sources describe her as a kind of pseudo-Nilou, which suggests her kit may enable specific elemental team comps or provide powerful buff conditions depending on your party setup. That opens up a lot of possibilities. Anemo usually leans toward crowd control or reaction support, but if she's enabling synergy mechanics similar to Nilou, she could end up being far more versatile than expected. Now, if we take these 2 new characters, Columbina and Whitehorse Fairy, and pair them with Neuvillette's premium skin, 6.3 is already shaping up to be an expensive patch. But there's one more layer to all this that we need to talk about, and that's the banner rotation. Historically, Hoyoverse tends to rerun one Archon about every 2 or 3 patches. Now, let's talk banners. Historically, once a new region begins, Hoyoverse tends to rerun one Archon in every single patch. Once 5.0 dropped, we started seeing Archon reruns back-to-back almost non-stop. So following that pattern, we should definitely expect an Archon rerun in version 6.3. But here's where things get crazy. We already have Columbina and the Whitehorse Fairy, both new and potentially meta-defining 5-star characters. On top of that, Neuvillette's 5-star skin is almost certainly coming during this patch. And now, based on this rerun trend, it's extremely likely that either Mavuika or Furina will also show up for a rerun in 6.3. Yes, another Archon, on top of everything else. If it's Furina, that'll be her 3rd banner overall. If it's Mavuika, it could be her 2nd rerun. We're talking Pyro Infusion, Coordinated Attacks, Night Spirit Gauge Management, and the now infamous motorcycle glider mechanic that combines vertical mobility, speed, and traversal skills from all the Natlin kits. She's not just flashy, her design sounds insane. And imagine dropping her into a patch that already features a top-ranked Hydro Support Harbinger, a mysterious Animo enabler tied to time lore, and a Neuvillette skin that could break sales records. Like, what are we supposed to do? Skip sleep instead of banners? So yeah, if you're saving for 6.3, start panicking early. This is probably going to be one of the most brutal, overloaded, and wallet-breaking versions Genshin has ever seen. Now, for those wondering when version 6.3 is actually coming out, the expected release date is around December 25th, 2025, right in time for the end-of-year holidays. This lines up with Hoyoverse's usual 6-week update cycle and places 6.3 just after version 6.2, which should drop in mid-November. So if this patch really includes big names like Columbina, the Whitehorse Fairy, and even a Neuvillette 5-star skin, it makes perfect sense. It's a prime slot for Hoyoverse to cash in on the holiday hype when players are off school, on break, and more likely to spend. So yeah, version 6.3 might not be just another filler patch, and none of this is even touching the possible main event or story chapter that will likely wrap up the Nod Cry arc. If you made it this far, now I'm curious what you think. Are you saving for Columbina? Are you praying that Neuvillette doesn't rerun just yet? Or are you like me and already panicking about how to afford any of this? Let me know in the comments. And if you want more breakdowns like this, whether it's about banners, skins, or hidden mechanics, don't forget to subscribe. We've got a lot more Genshin to talk about. See you in the next one. Save up to 25% on the current banners at lootbar.gg. All you need is your UID and server. The link is in the description.